Jan friends, today's international news is about India-US relation. Recently, the US ambassador to India, that is Eric Michael Garcetti, has praised India's effort toward the world peace and stability. He talked about how India helped the entire world in a service before self manner, providing vaccine at a very affordable rate, and to raise the voice of global south in the G20. And as India is known for their non-alignment policy, it is make India a true and reliable responsible power of region. He also focused about as how India and US are doing progress in their relation from past few decades. As have a look of India-US relation and how India and US are doing good in their relation. And so far, India's PM interact with Joe Biden, the president of US, has in these occasions. First is the G7 and Quad Leader Summit as 20th May 2023, Hiroshima. Question can be asked, where is the G7 and Quad leader meet? The answer will be Hiroshima, Japan. And Quad is in news. What is the Quad? It is a military group, it is a civilian group, and it is a nuclear supply group. This kind of question can be asked in examination. At that time, we will mark the answer as Quad is not a military group. It is a simple group of US, India, Japan, and Australia. Second, telephonic conversation has been happened on 14th of February 2023. Then virtual summit for democracy on 29 March 2023. Friend, India is the biggest democracy in the world, and US is the oldest democracy of the world. So it makes sense to have bonding on that ground. But that thing that not make sense is the invitation to the Pakistan in the recent democracy summit. And the thing that impact India-US relation is the US and Pakistan relation. Many times US use Pakistan as a chunk to as a alternative route to remain India in a pressure. And another one is in a sideline of G20 summit in Bali on 15th of November 2022, G7 summit in January, Germany, and Quad Leader Summit in Tokyo, Japan 2024. And the agreement we have done with the US is LAMOA, Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement 2016, Communication Compatibility and Security Agreement COMCASA, that has been signed in 2018, and in Industrial Security Agreement 2019, BACA, Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement 2020, and Memorandum of Intent for Defense, Innovation and Cooperation 2018. Apart from that, India-US Industrial Cooperation Roadmap, which concluded in May 2023, seeks to fast-track technology cooperation and co-production in area of mutual interest. The India-US Defense Acceleration Ecosystem Index X, a network of universities, incubators, corporates, think tanks, and private investment stakeholders, was launched in June 2023. It integrates and helps both the country to improve their ties from people to people bond to the businessman level. And talking about the military aspect, we have do exercise with the Yudh Abhyas, as our Indian Army do this Yudh Abhyas exercise with the Army of US, and Vajra Prahar. Friend, question can be asked in many exams, and it is highly important question in upcoming exam, that Vajra Prahar is the exercise that has been Indian forces conduct with which country? and the answer will be US. And if the examiner go into the deep, he will ask that Vajrapar is a exercise of special force. He can ask you the theme or the where it take place, and he can give you a statement on that. Please make some note of this exercises. There are, first one is Yudhabhyas, second is Vajrapar, and third is Malabar. Malabar is an exercise in which Indian Navy along with some of Quad Navy have been involved in Malabar exercises. Be aware about where it take place. And another one is COP India, that Indian Air Force and US Air Force has together this exercise. Apart from that, the Tiger Trump, which is a tri-level exercise which India rarely do with any other countries, but Tiger Trump is exercise that have three service involvement, and Red Flag, Rimpak, and Cutlass Express, Sea Dragon, and Milan are some multilateral exercises in which both the country participate. Apart from that, India and US has deeply engaged in the field of cybersecurity, as in 21st century new challenges like the cyber fraud, ransom fraud, and the continuous increase of cyber attack from China, Pakistan, and Russia. That are the situation that make India and US natural allies to cooperate in this field. Talking about the trade and economic relation, USA is the largest trading partner with bilateral trade in goods and services crossing around 191 billion in 2022. The merchandise trade reached to the $133 billion, and service trade reached to the $58 billion as per US census data. The trade, here we can see the trade is continuously increasing from the 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, and 2018. Here is a slightly dip due to COVID-19 pandemic. And move on to that, US is one of the major source of FDI influx in India. As per the data, 9% of FDI has been come in India through the US in 2022 and 2023. In the field of science and cooperation, US agency, that is NASA, and Indian Space Research Agency organization has jointly developing a synthetic aperture radar, that is NISAR, in which NASA JPL will contribute L-band radar while ISRO will contribute S-band radar, and it will be likely to be launched by 2024 from Sriharikota in India. And in US, we have one of the largest foreign diaspora. Around 4.4 million Indian American and Indian origin people reside in US. That make around 3.8 billion constituent. That is the third largest Asian ethnic group in the US, and one of the catalytic force that unite India and